What's going on, everybody? Average Arcader here, and it's time for another base I'm about to say upgrade. It's time for another base review. Today we are looking at the Halloween underground base. This particular one it's weird. I mean there's some parts I like, but I feel like it's kind of small. It's nice, but it's kind of small for what it is, and it labels itself as a base, but it's not a practical base. Let me break down why. All right, first let's get started on the walkthrough of it. Now this beginning part's okay. You've got some beds, you've got some books. It's not exactly anything, but this is supposed to be just like the outer shell. This is mostly just supposed to be for decoration or anything like that. Yes, it's Halloween themed, so I feel like a lot of this is just to cash in on the fact that it's Halloween right now. Now this base definitely can support more than one person, but let me show you my problems with it. Now I like how you come in, you drop down. I thought that was done really well. That was cool. And then you go up those stairs and out there, and that's your main exit or entrance if you choose to. Not when I have to do this. Now, when I first came down here, there was a lot of mobs. So you can see there still are some. Now this doesn't bother me because this is, well, it's Halloween themed. So I'm like, I understand that if you're wanting to buy a Halloween base, you probably need to clear it out and put lights up. I feel like they did that on purpose because the goal is to clear them out and then you can use the base. I have it on creative right now. Most of the chests have stuff in it. I actually came through on survival and tried to clear the base myself, but then something killed me, and I'll show you what killed me, and I just finished exploring it in creative. There's two enchanting areas, because you have that enchanting area, and you come down this way. As you can see, yes, there's a lot of mobs. So again, it's not a bad thing because eventually you can clear them out and then light everything up, and then they probably won't come back. The way it looks, the decorative view of this is really nice. Like I said, they definitely did a lot of work, and it looks cool. There's potion stations literally everywhere. I think the draw is this right here. This is basically your you can parkour over there. This is what killed me, and I actually didn't fall into the lava. I fell. Whoa, right there. They have these rigged up that if you land on those, you fall with the TNT. And then down there, where it's safe, you blow up. That was actually pretty clever. I liked it. It caught me completely off guard. I'll show you guys. Whoa. Look at that. Actually, that's pretty cool, I think. Especially if you don't know that it's there. It definitely catches you off guard. Yeah, I had picked up a sword, or I think a bow. And then this one over here on the other side, I believe had diamonds in it. I knew, yeah. Diamond, golden heart. I mean, why did I say golden heart? Then after that, we have a series of just highly decorative rooms. This one is a decorative dining room, and then I think the rest are bedrooms after this, another enchanting area. Again, looks cool, but there's nothing else really going on. This is an actual, but I will give them this. They went ahead and made the cool decorative beds that you could actually still use. That's why I said more people can live out of this, because now all these two back rooms, they're just bedrooms. Usable bedrooms, which is pretty good. Then you have a nether root garden here with a cool looking pumpkin. And many of these potion stations, as you can see, have potions in them, even though I don't know how you would get to those ones up there. You still need to make another portal. You still need to make a mine. Again, like you have two identical bedrooms across from one another, with stuff in their chests at least. Most of the storage stuff is in it. And then, I mean, that's kind of it. There's nothing else. Unless I missed a staircase or something, even though I looked and I looked and I looked. I thought the base was bigger than this from the picture, but it looks like that's about it. I think it's got a really nice look to it. Decoratively, it's awesome. But as a functioning base, there's a lot missing here. There is no farm apart from if you want to do potions, you got everything to do that except for blaze rods, so that you can actually be able to use them. But there's no food farms, so you'd have to make one of those. You got to clear out the base and light the whole island up, and then it suffers from being an island. Now, I understand this is just meant to be decorative because they're doing a Halloween thing. That's great, but it does call itself a base, and if you're going to call yourself a base, you're going to be judged as a base. I mean, if it's Halloween themed, that's great, but it should still be a good functioning base. And these island ones, they're really hard for me to recommend a lot of times, because they kind of put you out in the middle of nowhere and you don't have easy access to the seed around you at first. Remember, for me, I feel like a base job is to get you ready to play a survival run. You get in and you're basically ready to go. There's very few things you have to do. For this one, there's a lot you have to do. There's a whole lot of work that you need to do to the base itself to make it a good base. Now, if you like the look of this base, if you like the Halloween theme, if you like the clearing it out and having to light it up, like that part I actually don't mind, because again, it's theme. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. You have to go out. I've done a couple good base ones where your goal is to clear it out, then light it up. That I'm okay with, but there's nothing else. I mean, you guys don't even have a wheat farm out here, you know? But the seed itself, after you build a boat for yourself to get around, the seed itself is actually pretty nice. I did find an underwater temple. I did find, see, the desert over there has some temples right out front. Actually, I think you can see the tip of one right there. So it's got that. It's got villages. Like I said, the seeds are diverse. It's just a kind of far away. You're going to be on a boat a lot, which, I mean, it's not bad, but it kind of slows the beginning game down until you get, you know, an Electra and other stuff. You're gonna be, or you build yourself a road to the land so that you can actually get around. Plenty of villages though. This is one of the seeds that's got tons of villages and tons of damaged portals, which give you really good startup gear. I guess the hardest thing for me is that it being an island out in the middle of nowhere. I figured it would just have a little bit more on it. Yeah, I'm gonna say I was kind of a little bit disappointed about this one, and Going by the amount of work you have to do for this base, I would not recommend it as a base. If you're just looking for a nice Halloween themed map and you know you want to do all that, then by all means, that definitely, the atmosphere of that, it captures perfectly. But if you're not looking for something like that, it's just not worth your time. It's cheap. I mean, I think it's only like $1. So you know that it has that going for it too. But judging it not off the price or anything like that, just judging it as a base, because that's what my base reviews are, I would not say it was a really good base. It's missing a lot. There's no farms. There's no real crafting areas apart from potion stations that you can't use until you build a nether portal. There's no mine, so you'll have to build a mine and everything. Mine's normally something you have to build anyway, but when there's nothing else, it becomes more part of the negative, definitely. But I will give it to them, it definitely does look really good. They did a really good job on the decorations and the atmosphere of it. I think they captured that well, but it being a base, it's not that well of a functioning base. But I guess if you had multiple friends on here with you, if you guys could turn it into a good base together, and it has the potential to be a decent base. It can definitely support multiple people because it has enough beds for everybody. It's just you guys would have to work together to completely finish up this map. So that's it. I'm going to rate it not really worth it as a base, but it all depends. It's a very personal thing. It all depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for just another cool map to quickly explore and have some fun with friends and not take seriously as like on a survival run, then pick it up. If you're looking for a good base to do a nice survival run on, don't. I would not recommend this as a survival base because there's so much work you have to do to get it to a good location or a good spot to use as a survival base. If you gotta do too much work to turn it into a good base, then it's not worth it. Okay guys, thank you for joining me again on this review. We still got a lot of stuff coming up, so make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, and notification button so you're alerted every time we make a new video. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for today. Average Arcader out.